get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on? Y'all know we back again for that weekend banger. Y'all know what time it is, weekend banger time, man. I'm gonna drop a banger every weekend. I promise y'all, I got y'all on that, man. But first, man, let me thank everybody who been turning me up. Turn me up. Let's go. We going up, man. Let's go, man. We trying to go as far as possible, man. I'm gonna keep dropping as much best content, all the best content I can. I'm gonna keep rolling. We gonna keep going. Keep like, sharing, and subscribing. Share me out. Keep sharing me out. That's the key. The more people see me, the more people get to watch. The content gets spread around. We gotta share it, people. So let's do it, man. Appreciate y'all again for keeping my joint turned up. Let's go. I'm doing it. That's what we doing. But y'all know what it is at the weekend. With the weekend being here, this great weather coming up, man. I just hope everybody staying their ass out the way, because that's what we doing over here. That's what we doing on this channel, man. We staying out the way, man. Everybody that's staying out the way, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep doing what we doing. That's the only way. We got to keep doing that, man. Staying out the way is vital out here, man. You know what I mean? When they take you away from your family, it's over with, man. You're in a whole nother world. All these stories I'm telling y'all, I don't wish this on nobody. My journey was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I don't wish this on nobody, man. Like, we're going to stay our ass out the way, for we don't have to put ourselves in these situations, y'all. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stay out the way. Y'all know the count, man. But let's get to today's story, man. Boom. So what I got for y'all this weekend is a story about when they had to take my celly out on a helicopter. Man, they had to rush him to the hospital, man. It was crazy, man. Like, and I'll never forget this. And for real, we on Greensville on this one, man. We back at Greensville, kind of at the end of my bid. All the way at the end of my bid. You know what I mean? But around this time, y'all, it's like 2016. It's 2016. So now I done been through in the pod already what I was telling y'all about, as far as when the young boy got into it over the phone and dude went got the hammer, and this is the go home pod. Like, this is what was going on. Like, we seen that, and you know what I mean? So I already seen, like, regardless if you about to go home or not, it doesn't matter. You're still in penitentiary. So, you know what I mean? Just make sure you're still on point all the way until you damn near walk out that door. You know what I mean? And that's sad you have to be like that, but even in the go home part, people, it was a whole lot of violence in there. So, boom. Like, after my celly, when he got into that stuff over the phone, the young boy, and he went to the hole, I didn't have no roommate. So I didn't have no roommate for a while, kind of. And I kind of like riding without a roommate. When you're in a room dolo, it's just more privacy. You think, it's like you think better. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, you ain't got to worry about nobody else's stuff. You know what I mean? Use the bathroom when you want to. Just the small things, you know what I mean, you go through when you don't have a roommate. So I didn't have a roommate for a while. Then out of nowhere, they just started bringing in a couple of dudes. The first dude came in. He had 2 weeks left. He went home. Boom. The next dude they brought in, I ain't gonna lie, he didn't have 2 weeks. He had probably like 6 months left, but he was a little trifling, man. He was a black dude from one of these towns. I forgot. I want to say from Spotsylvania or somewhere. I think that's where he was from. But when they brought him in, like, I wasn't really feeling bro style. You know what I mean? Like, it was already kind of understood. He asked me one night, like, man, you want me to move, man? I was like, for real, bro? Like, I'm about to go home. I don't really care what you do. You know what I mean? I'm just big on, you know what I mean, cleanness. Like, you have to be clean if you're going to be in the cell with me, bro. If you ain't going to be clean, then it ain't going to work out. And I'm not saying you can't take a shower when you want to, bro. You can go outside and play basketball, because he used to do stuff like that. He used to go outside. He used to go outside, people, and go play basketball, like, at the 2 o'clock rec. So everybody used to try to get back and get in the shower. It's like that at every penitentiary. Dudes would try to get back and get a shower, because soon, if you don't come back and take a shower, you know what I mean, it's going to be standby for child. Dudes who don't want to miss child, they're going to try to rush to take their shower before they can hurry and go to child. You know what I mean? So, like, it'd be a rush for the shower. He'll come back and just like wait for dinner, and you know what I mean? He all around, sweaty as hell, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's just the little stuff. You go through little stuff like that with roommates, you know what I mean? Like, it just be the little crazy stuff. And I never really wanted to say nothing to him because I told you, like, I was at a point, y'all, like, in my bed, I told y'all, so this is 2016, I came home 2017. So I'm finally at the end. You know what I mean? I'm finally at a place in my life where, like, I'm feeling like, damn, like, this nightmare is finally over. The nightmare is finally over. I couldn't believe it, like, for real, for real. Sometimes it was surreal to even believe that I was finally about to go home. But it's like, stuff just started happening in my life that kind of like used to make me know that this was real, this was reality. Like, this is your situation. You're about to be home in a minute, bro. Like, you did your time. It's time for you to roll. You know what I mean? So, like, with the dude and myself, like, he was my celly probably for like a month and a half. You know what I mean? Then he came back in the cell. The lady, he came back in the cell to get his rag when it was about to lock down. He was trying to catch the shower at the buzzer. He tried to get in the shower, and the lady was like, don't get in that shower. He ain't got in that shower. They locked his ass up. And he was out of there. And he was gone. So now I'm back dolo. So I'm dolo for a minute now, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm just riding in my bed. You know what I mean? Like, the phone situation is still the phone situation in the pod. You still got maniacs on this jack, maniacs on that jack, maniacs. We got a phone, so we might have been maniacs too. But that's what's going on in the pod. So with this going on in the pod, I'm just trying to just really like just do my time quietly and take my butt home. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Like I said, I felt like God showed me a couple of things. You know what I mean? When I finally realized that I was about to come home, like the first thing I noticed was like he got my ass off Lawrenceville. Like, you know what I mean? Like that right there was like as bad as I didn't want to go, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to go. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't want to go. Lawrenceville was somewhere I seen dudes go home from. And that's where I wanted to go home from. Like, even though I was about to get short, I thought I was just gonna be able to ride it out there. No, it shipped me to Greensville, so I had to move on. But when I got to Greensville, I kind of thought like that was a blessing in disguise. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe God was like, look, it's over with. Just go do your time, do the rest of this year you got left, and just go home. That was the first thing. The second thing was that me and my wife that I'm with now, we actually started back talking, and we was like in a great space. And it was weird to have that because she was my first love, and she was actually the person I was with when I got locked up. So through the time of this, at my 16 years, we broke up. Then and at the end of my bid, probably like I'll say like 2013, 14, we started back talking, and everything was just normal. So like now that I'm at Greensville now, we done been talking for a minute. So it's like everything's going smooth. I got a chance back at my first love. So like, I'm just like, dang, God threw me like, you know what I mean? He's showing me like this, he's real and this is what it is. So I'm at a point in my beard, y'all, basically, that I'm just trying to stay out the way and just go home. You know what I mean? So my routine was this. I'll wake up in the morning. I'll probably go to breakfast. If I don't go to breakfast, I'll go to programs in the morning. That'll be the whole morning. After that morning, after the morning rec, we'll lock down for count. After we come out for count, I'm working out. I used to go work out. I had 2-3 dudes we used to bang out every day on a weekday. You know what I mean? We used to go outside sometime, but sometimes that jump on, you couldn't really go outside. It used to be too crowded, so we just bang out in the pod majority of the time. But we worked out every day, so all I used to do was work out. After the workout, boom, go take a shower. I might go to dinner. If I don't go to dinner, I'm gonna go get on the phone, talk to my wife. If I after I do that, it's locked down again. So I was just chilling. Like my time was everything was going smooth. Everything was going smooth. How I was doing my bid. But at the same time though, it was just like I say, this still prison. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the pod. It's a whole lot of stuff going on in the pod. So of course, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Of course, I was trying not to smoke because I was like, I'm about to go home, so I need to stop smoking. I gotta stop smoking. I have to stop smoking. But they still put me, I'm still in penitentiary. So it was like, it was hard. I ain't gonna lie, it was a hard thing to do because I am a smoker. So when I got to Greensville, it was definitely nothing really jumping in the beginning. I wasn't looking for nothing in the beginning. I came with something in the beginning, but I really didn't smoke it. I smoked like once or twice and I sold the rest of it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't really trying to do anything on Greensville. I really was just trying to do my time. Like I told you how my routine was. So with that being said, like out of nowhere, they just moved this dude in the pod named Pooh, man. Pooh from Chesapeake, man. Pooh was good, man. Pooh from Chesapeake, man. And for real, he came out the hole into our pod. And I think he was about to go home as well. He was definitely about to go home too, matter of fact. I think he went home before me. So when they moved him in the pod, I start seeing like bro move around he move around like a dude from Lawrenceville, like, you know what I mean? So that's why I figured it out, like, oh, bro already been on this compound. You know what I mean? Once me and him got to know each other, he told me he was on that jump. He did his whole bid up there, 13 years, you know what I mean? So bro familiar with the whole, whatever side they put him on, he familiar with everybody. Greensville have 3 sides. They have S1, S2, and S3. Each one of those S's have their own compound. Like, when I say have their own compound, they have their own child hall, school, library, commissary, all in 3 buildings. That be on that side. And they have yards. Now, on all the buildings, it's a gate in between on the yard. So if you're about the building in the middle can actually go to both fences and talk to people in that building when they outside, and they can talk to people in our building. But we're only able to talk to the building that's right beside us, just like the building down there is able to talk to the middle part. It's weird, but that's how they got it set up. But Greensville was huge. It was a big prison. So when bro moved in there, bro knew how to move. Bro knew what he was doing. I could tell. Bro was moving around. I know that movement. I know that movement a mile away, bro. Hey, bro talking to people, bro moving. So one day I just pull up on, hey, bro, what's up? Hey, look, what you be getting smoked? He was like, yeah. I was like, look, man, holla at me, you do, blah, blah. I was like, where you from? He was like, Chesapeake. So me and him get to kicking it. Bro be moving around. So bro used to make it happen a lot. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Bro used to make it happen a lot, man. And for real, around that time in the pod, like, it's weird. Like, they had that joint, like, for real. And the only reason I wasn't smoking like that up there is because the way you have to smoke in Greensville is just like, it's weird. Now, Lawrenceville, you know, you in your cell. You can smoke in your cell in Greensville. But I'm talking about, like, during rec time. Like, you know what I mean? Dudes would probably be ducked off in Lawrenceville and their cell blowing. Up there, dudes didn't blow during rec time. Dudes only blow during lockdown time. That's the only time dudes would blow in their cell. But during the rec time, they actually had some stuff set up, y'all. That jump was like this picture of pod. Anybody that was ever locked up, like this picture of pod. And then when every pod has a back door. So that our back door led. We was the downstairs pod. So our back door led to, if you open the back door, it's another door you can go outside, which was the yard was in the back. So we had that set up in the back door, but across from us, like if you look around the corner, they had it blocked off, but it was like some bars. And the other pod, which was the intake pod, was right on the other side of us. So it was set up like that on both sides, like upstairs and downstairs. Like you can talk to the next pod and dudes be in there, but that junk is a smoke cage. I'm talking about dudes was going in there, and you would see dudes waiting like the dudes come out before they can go in there. And then you'll see dudes going in. You might be in a pod that's chilling, sitting at the table, then you'll see some dudes go in the back. And the next thing you know, you see, it's like it's no privacy. So I hated that, man. I hated that. But dude, Pooh that came in, like he a vet, he like, F it. So I'm rolling with him. And I'm blowing, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm smoking, man. I smoked for a little bit. I ended up quitting like when I got down some months. But in the beginning, I was blowing. So like, I'm rolling with him and everything going smooth. Not really rolling with him, but he sleep like a door beside me. Like when it come to like putting stuff together, bro was the man to call on. Like he ended up gaining the position. Like his Greensville is definitely different from Lawrenceville. So like on Lawrenceville, like you get your money, you got your numbers, you go spend your numbers. You know what I mean? You can go spend it with whoever. A lot of dudes gonna have whatever you're looking for. On Greensville wasn't like that. It might be the dude in the building way down there that got it. And you don't know, I didn't know nobody for real. You know what I mean? Over there like that. I didn't know nobody for real. I wasn't trying to know nobody for real, but I definitely didn't know nobody. I feel like it was a go-to man that I can give some numbers to if I ever wanted to grab something. So Pooh ended up becoming the dude in the pod that was the go-to man, is because he knew the dudes down there. So like you had to go through Pooh. So Pooh he was being Pooh, you know what I mean? So we chilling for real. He in the jump, and he didn't have a cell partner for a long time. He didn't have a cell partner for a minute either. So I'm still riding Dolo, you know what I mean? So boom, out of nowhere, y'all, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere. When I say out of nowhere, this was out of nowhere. They moved 2 white dudes in my cell. One came in my cell, and one came to Pooh's cell. You know what I mean? So I wasn't paying no mind because he moved in when I was on the phone. When I saw it when the door opened and they walked in the pod. So I'm, you know what I mean? Niggas, police noise, police bringing them in. You know what I mean? So when the police brought them in, I'm kind of looking like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, I know my cell is empty. I know Pooh's cell is empty. There was another cell I think that was empty in there. So I'm praying I don't get a roommate. But when I seen him go up the steps, more than likely he going to my cell or Pooh's cell. But both of them went up the steps. You know what I mean? Both of the white dudes went up the steps. They looked like they was probably like in their 40s. You know what I mean? I'll say both of them was in their 40s. early 40s, late 30s at the most. But I look up, they open my door, boom, they pop my door. He go in the joint. I'm on the phone. I get off the phone. He already put his stuff up and then came out the pod. So boom, they do the sale break. I go to my get the door pop. Boom, he come up there. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? He was like, what's up? How you doing, man? I was like, they call me Weezy, bro. You know what I mean? I know you just moving in here, but like when you come from, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? You know what I mean? Just trying to get to know him. He was like, nah, I'm cool, man. He was like him and the dude that came that's in pool room, because one of them went in pool room. He was like him and the dude that's in pool room. They just transferred both of them from the road camp they was working at. He was like, they was at a road camp, and the road camp they was at, they was getting he said they were selling the snuff. You know the stuff the baseball players be, what do you call that? The tobacco, like the chewing tobacco. They were selling chewing tobacco. Because I told y'all, cigarettes are gone in the system. You can't buy them. So anytime you smoke any type of nicotine, anything like that, it comes from the black market. So I guess up in the sticks, whatever they was at, or it was a bunch of white dudes or a bunch of dudes, period, that like chewing tobacco. I know that joke you couldn't sell one dime of that at Lawrenceville. And I didn't know if you could do that at Greensville either. But he said they was up there doing that, which I believed him, because I'm thinking like where he was at kind of was like it was a nice place. So he said he was getting that. He was hustling, him and dude was hustling that. And he said somebody told on him, man. And he ended up running down on him, and they caught him with some stuff, man. So what they did was, when stuff like that happened, when you're on road camps, see, road camps are kind of like the next step to home. You basically can get, you out there working in the free world. You're not behind the gate. Only time you come back behind the gate, you're probably not even in behind the gate. You're in back on the prison, but whatever your dorm is going to be at is not going to be with the rest of the maniacs. So when you mess up there, they'll kill you. They'll get rid of you. They'll get rid of you from there, and they'll send you back to real prison. So that's what they did with them. They sent them back to real prison, but they sent them back to the go home pod that I was in. So boom, they in there now. You know what I mean? White dude get his stuff. I see he got a TV, got his own stuff, which was a plus, because it's too late in the game to be sharing TVs with people. I ain't even gonna lie, it's too late in the game. It's too late in the game to be sharing TVs with people, man. So, rewind the tape a little bit. Like on Lawrenceville, I ain't even gonna lie. Like when I first got up there, kind of like the dope and stuff like that, you can still sell that. Like you can still sell the D block. Like dudes were still getting that and selling it, but it became a time that I noticed, like out of nowhere, I don't do that drug. So like I ended up noticing out of nowhere, probably like 2013, 14, something called Sabasi scripts, but they call them scripts, that came in the penitentiary. So I don't do that either. So when that came in penitentiary, it kind of took over the dope market. Like it was over with for dope. Like if you was getting dope, it would be hard for you to sell, because everybody wants these scripts. Now the scripts, I don't know why they loved it. Like I said, I never done it. Have I ever sold it? No, I never even sold it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it came at a time, like when it got to Lawrenceville, it still wasn't big, but the dope was done too. Like, so the scripts took over. So I never really had none of that in my possession, but that's what was going down on Lawrenceville. So the dope game kind of like faded away, you know what I mean, slightly. So boom, now that I'm on Greensville, is back to regular like how it was. Like the powder still go that I'm hearing about, the dope still sell like I'm hearing about. That's what's going on up there. So I'm telling y'all, I'm saying that to say on Lawrenceville, I never witnessed, it never was no ODs. It was never nothing like that going on, because nobody was going out. I don't even really think probably fentanyl or whatever being that stuff was even in this stuff around those years when stuff on Lawrenceville was going on, people were selling the dope. But the scripts came and took over anyway. So that was the reason probably it never hit Lawrenceville. But on Greensville, it's a different ball game, because it's weird. Like I just came from a place where marijuana's everywhere. Now, out of nowhere, from marijuana being everywhere, now you got, damn, like, I'm not doing nothing, so I'm just hoping somebody on the weekend say today, like, what's going to happen? Weekend come, and they said the dude upstairs got something to smoke. For real, what he got? And he said he got spice. I'm like, spice? I'm like, bro went all the way over there to the visiting room to risk his ass for some synthetic weed. I'm like, man, you wildin'. What is going on in the world? I don't want that stuff, man. Not want that stuff, man. Not want it. So the weekend used to just be like that. It used to be like, it wasn't, Greensville was like slow, like, you know what I mean? And then boom, such and such got the drug I don't use, but it's way down in the other building. Like it wasn't a drug. Like dudes was getting money up there, I'm pretty sure, but like somebody like me that was just getting up there, that was about to go home the next year. From what I viewed in that first year, like that junk was nothing like Lawrenceville, and that's the difference between Lawrence. That's the difference between being at Lawrenceville and being at Greensville. Like, and with the money, like into getting money or like the drug game, that junk was weak on Greensville. I ain't even gonna lie. Maybe I was in the wrong place. Maybe I was on the wrong side. I think I was in S1. You know what I mean? Where the intake pod is next door. I was in the pod next door to that. That's where I was at. So maybe I was in the wrong place. But what do I know? But nobody was falling out on Lawrenceville, so I never witnessed nobody falling out with no ODs. Now, I done heard about, since I've been there, these little bit of months I done been there, I done heard about dudes falling out on Spice. So that used to blow me. I'm like, damn, that shit make you fall out. Like, that's wild. So, boom, the white dude come in the block, man, come in my cell. He unpack all this stuff. He get to hollering at me, man. He end up like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see who he is because I'm telling him, like, look, I'm about to go home such. He like, yeah, I go home. He was going home in April. I was going home in March. So he was about to go home too. He said they trying to beat their case because they just ran down on him. You know what I mean? He didn't find the stuff in their possession. It was by their beds because he said he was in an open door. So he was like, they just shipped him there, told him they're going to put the case on him. You know what I mean? But he was like, he's originally from North Carolina. I can't remember the city. It wasn't one of those known cities, like a big, like Durham, Charlotte. It wasn't none of those cities like that. But whatever city it was, he said his dad actually owns a chandelier company. And it was he said when he started showing me the pictures, like his dad looked like he does great chandeliers. Like it wasn't no bootleg place. Like it was like kind of warehouse size looking. And it was, you know what I mean? His dad looked like he was winning somewhere in North Carolina with a chandelier. So he's telling me, you know, he just kicking it. You know what I mean? Just have a normal conversation. And he had a lady that he deal with that was bidding with him. You know what I mean? White dude didn't look broke at all. You know what I mean? Like I said, he was older than me, but he was definitely like a cool white dude. He had his own stuff. He used to go to commissary. He won't trifling. You know what I mean? So I was all right with him being in the cell. You know what I mean? So boom, the first week of him being in the cell, like it went like this, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I never really was in the cell with a dude who do hard drugs either, y'all. Like, that's kind of like my first time going through that too. So boom, the first week went like this. Him and his man, that's the dude that moved him bro cell. That's the only dude he rocking with. So boom, out of nowhere, I look up. Who got the weed? I'm like, damn, who got what's up? I see him running around. He making moves. Like, what's good, bro? What you doing? He like, oh, yeah. All that. He dumb high. That nigga lit. I see it in his face. He lit. I'm like, all right, when I finish working out, I'm coming, bro. He like, bet. So waited after I finished working out, went hot in the shower. I go holler at him. Boom. I go buy something from him. You know what I mean? He telling me like, oh man, my celly, that nigga full up. He was like, that nigga he was like, look, he was like, say word. He was like, man, say word. My celly people's own a crane company. I was like, a crane company? What the hell is a crane? He was like, you know, the big jumps when they building buildings, the crane nigga. He was like, he owned a bunch of them shits. You know what I mean? I was like, for real. I was like, my celly say his people's own the damn chandelier company in North Carolina. He was like, dang, he was like, man, I put both of these full up ass back. I was like, man, that's wild. He was like, white dude spending that bread. He was like, he done sent me to go get him something, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Get him something to smoke, you know what I mean? But his celly only messed with his nose a little bit, you know what I mean, with the powder game. So boom, bro moving around, you know what I mean? Bro moving around. They staying with stuff like pod straight. It's weed in the pod, everything going smooth, big going straight, time going like this. You know what I mean? So my celly coming to joint, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah. Look, man. He was like, look, I got this, man. He was like, I know you don't mess with it, but he was like, you know, I just get my nose dirty a little bit, you know what I mean? That's all. Now he didn't have powder, he had heroin now this time around. So I'm like, damn, yo, you good, man? Do you? It's your life. Like, I don't give a damn what you do. Just do it on the top bunk. Like, I don't care what you do, man. You know what I mean? So he like, all right. So, you know, he just, you know, like for real, he'll come in the cell like before lockdown time at night. He'll already be in the cell by the time the doors closing. I used to probably be on the get ready, getting off the phone. So I'll be out in the pod, but I'm going to use the phone. So when I come back in the cell, he already be in the cell. You know what I mean? He already be on the top rack watching his TV, chilling. You know what I mean? They about waiting on the last rack to come. So when we used to wait on that rack, that's when he used to do his thing. You know what I mean? So he used to be up there doing his thing. I used to be able to hear him. I used to hear him. Did he used to irritate me? Not really, because I had a year left. Now, if I had a lot of time left, I don't care how much money this guy had. Like, I wouldn't, we couldn't be roommates because I really don't like being around a user of that drug. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's up to me, I don't want to. You know what I mean? But he did his thing. I ain't got a lot of time left, y'all. Like I told you, I'm at a point in my life. I'm going home to get back with my wife. I'm about to go home after all these damn years. I made it through this gauntlet. You know what I mean? I made it through the Sussex Lawrenceville gauntlet. I made it through. So I'm at the point where I don't really give a damn what the dude doing, man. Like, do you? Like like I say, all his other attributes was great. He was clean. He had his own stuff. He was cool. You know what I mean? He wants somebody to talk you to death. He listened to the TV with the headphones. Like everything was perfect. So I was all right with him. You know what I mean? Bro going bananas with his roommate. Like his roommate, he was a cool dude too. I ain't gonna lie, he was a cool dude too. And he used to always come holler at my roommate. That's how me and him started talking. Because like I say, him and my roommate came together. He was cool with my roommate. So boom, it was two of a kind. They used to be together all day. They was walking together. They always outside. They was just full up white dudes, man. Both of them they peoples was dumb scrap. Both of them. You know what I mean? So boom. When he came in with the junk, he always used to do it. You know what I mean? So he started coming in with more stuff. So as time going on, I'm like, God damn, you getting your nose dirty as a mother. Like, I'm talking about like, you know what I mean? He going bananas. You know what I mean? So he knows somebody down there in another building, and somehow he got it set up. That's what he's doing. So be the same routine. We'll lock down. He'll do it. So he the type when he do it, he want to smoke a cigarette then. So boom, he used to get out the bed. He always have a roll up. He'll roll up. He'll smoke the roll up. You know what I mean? He was like, damn, man. He was like, man, I just want to leave this shit alone, man. He was like, man, like, but it's just, I need it, man. He was like, man, you know how much money I done spent on drugs, man? Like just in the system. I was like, how long you been locked up? He said, I only been locked up 3 years, man. I said, man, how much money you done spent in 3 years, man? He said, man, over 70,000. I was like, damn. I said, God damn. I said, the roll count. He was like, man, I forgot what jail. If I can remember the roll count, I can remember the jail, or it's a prison that's close to that they actually mingle with the roll count people from there. And he said that's how he used to shake in. You know what I mean? And he said he was just spinning that bread. So I'm in washed up mode. You know what I mean? Of course, dollar signs was going through my brains, even in washed up mode, like ching, 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 ching. But I pump my brakes, y'all. I pump my brakes. I said, boy, you going home, man. That's a wrap, bro. Just let it be what it be. Bro running around like he running around with his celly, which was the white dude friend, because that's how he used to running around. Like that's like if that would have happened in Lawrenceville, I probably would have got that money. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but bro's still on Greensville. This happened while he's still on Greensville. Of course, he's doing what he's supposed to do. So he running around. He's making moves. Bro, dumb straight over there because of dude friend. You know what I mean? My roommate, I'm not on him like I'm trying to like use him for his bread. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's what he kind of like made him more comfortable with me to be cool because I wasn't on that type of time. Like, I wasn't showing him I needed no bread. I didn't need nothing. Holiday packs came when I was there, you know what I mean? When he was my roommate. And I didn't even want a holiday pack. I didn't even want a holiday pack, y'all, because it comes in December. I was going home in March. You know what I mean? And I didn't want one. My wife still surprised and ordered one for me. You know what I mean? So he popped the door. I would go get my joint. He got one. Of course, he got one. You know what I mean? You know what his whole holiday pack went at. His whole holiday pack went to the people with the pack. You already know that, man. That man, he spent like he kept a few stuff for him to eat. He kept a few items. I ain't even gonna lie, but like I got like $100 of stuff, and he had a lot of exclusive stuff. Like I was just at the point like my wife just got me cereal, tuna, like just little stuff like that, like the little pouch joints. Like I won't even really eating no meals at the end like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I started eating soups. I was done with all that shit. Get it out of here. I don't want no soup. Get it out of here, man. I thought it out. I used to eat a nacho with no soup in there. And when dudes make nachos in prison, they definitely put soup in their nacho. Like, it's weird, but that's what we do. Like, we'll make it with the chili and the sausage, the damn porter cheese. Like, that's how they do in Virginia, you know what I mean? But I stopped eating soup in the nacho. I used to eat a nacho with just the cheese, the sausages, and that's it. You know what I mean? Probably not even a chili bean sometimes. Like, I just stopped eating all that stuff. You know what I mean? white dude man, I'm talking about whoever this dude, mysterious man is, man, in the other building. He was giving that man some bread. I seen him that morning when we went to breakfast. We get a holiday pass to that day, so I guess I can't catch dude do that day. That next morning come, I wake up to him stuffing his jacket. He had a jean jacket. I wake up to him stuffing all his pockets. He got like 3 tunas in his pocket. He got a chili bean in his pocket. He got cheese blocks in his pocket. I'm talking about, just from looking at it, and just this eyeball game, with my eyeball game being so efficient with items, you know what I mean? Because I dealt with items so long, so many damn years. I eyeballed probably $50. I'm like, that's about $50 right there. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? So he leave. He had his bag tied up on the back of his bed, you know what I mean? Like on the corner of his bed. I get up, I look at his bag. I'm like, he probably got like $28, $30 at the most, you know, left out of 100. But it's his life, man. That dude probably looked at that like he was gonna F that off anyway. You know what I mean? He's super dumb rich. His daddy sent him whatever he wanted. I'm talking about whatever he wanted. I used to, man, that man, and I used to let him in on the phone sometime, like, you know what I mean? Because you know they come in. I told you that phone situation there was nuts. It was crazy, like it was just going crazy in there, still with the phones, even after all these months I've been in there. It's still phone situation. So we had a phone. So I used to get him in on our phone, you know what I mean? His roommate used to get in with the dude Pooh on their phone, you know what I mean? So boom, I done put him on the phone, you know what I mean? Bro would be over there, man, that's word. Bro would call his pops. His pops will give him whatever he wants. I'm talking about whatever he wants. And for real, y'all, in prison, it's crazy it be like that, man. Not only just from white people, from black people too. Like, you will have certain people, man, that care about their peoples that much on the street. They know they in there getting high. And the reason that they know they're getting high is because for one, they probably was getting high on the street. And for two, why do you always have to send money to these random people? Why do I always have to go get a green dot? Why do I always have to go get this Cash App information? Why I gotta always, people know they people's in here in the prison getting high. You know what I mean? But they will support that hustle. I mean, they're not the hustle. They will support that habit. Like for years, I seen people do it. Like I done seen people like support their peoples for years and years. Like I'm gonna always make sure. Sometimes it'll be a bump in the road, a little stutter step, but they'll still pay the money, and they know it because they don't want their family to get hurt. So they definitely like when they put the pressure on them, like, look, make sure you pay, make sure you get the numbers, or make sure you do this. Like majority of the time, they already getting the product, so their family never leaves them out back. So like the dude, whoever his family was, he didn't have to worry about that because he used to get his up front. When he go get stuff, he's coming with the money, you know what I mean, on the numbers already. So he was just a lot. Like, and I used to see it. He'll come back in the cell. He'd be like, man, he was like, man, look, man, this is crazy, man. He was like, for real, I want some tobacco, but I only got two $200 green dots. So, you know, the tobacco's $50. He was like, I don't want to spend it. I was like, you think the dude will give me change? I can get. I was like, man, this ain't the street. What the hell you gonna? I was like, what you about to buy? He was like, man, I'm trying to, he was like, for real, I was trying to spend like 300 with dude. I'm like, damn, he's spending, this is like probably every 3 days. Every 3 days, y'all, he's spending that bread. I'm like, damn. He like, man, listen, man. He was like, look, I'm gonna see if he can give me change. You know what I mean? I hope he can. I'm like, man, do you, man? I was like, he ain't gonna give you no change. I was like, unless he's the person with the tobacco. I said, that's the only way you're gonna get that, bro. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. But he used to come in the room, and I used to smoke tobacco at time to time, you know what I mean? So he used to come in the room with the tobacco. I definitely, when you smoke weed, you definitely want a cigarette behind it. Ask anybody that was in the can. You know what I mean? So he used to come in there with the tobacco all the time. Like, he used to always have a tobacco, man. He used to always have that junk, man. And one day, me and him just had like a long talk in that junk, man. Like I say, he'll get high, and then he'll come smoke that cigarette, then he'll kick it for like 20, 30 minutes, then he'll get back on the bed and he'll go to sleep. So one time, me and him kicked it, and he just was like, man, like, I know I just let down my dad so much, man. He was like, you know, he left, you know, he wants to leave everything to me, you know, in the future. He was like, he wants to leave the whole empire to me. He was like, I'm just a F up, man. Like, he was like, right now I'm doing 3 years, man. He was like, I don't even want to talk about it, man. He was like, I wasn't supposed to be in here, man. He was like, I was married, had my own house, did all this, man. He was like the drug. I was like, damn, the drug, man. He was like, the drug, man. Like, just throw him all off axle. And now he doing the bid. Now they got him in real prison. Even though he about to go home, he's still in real prison. I'm just like, damn. He like, man, like, he said, it's been nice that I just, you know, I felt like I just wanted my wife to tie me to the bed. Like sometimes, like, I wish she could just tie me to the bed. He said, because it'd be nice that she wake up and I'm not there, but she already knows where I'm going. I was like, where you going? He was like, to see the dope man. I was like, I know, man. I said, damn, that's that drug, man. I'm telling y'all, is a dangerous thing. I'm talking about when that powerful drug gets you, man, it gets you by the balls. It gets you. All drugs do, for real. But like when that particular drug, like you gotta keep having that. You gotta keep having that. Like you gotta have it. You gotta have it. You know what I mean? So that's how he used to carry it in there. Like he had to have it. And like I say, at the time he's sniffing. Like he's only sniffing this stuff. Like that's all he's doing. He's only sniffing. So I'm letting him do him. I'm keeping my same routine, y'all. I'm working out, staying out the way. I'm trying to give him some good advice, even though he's older than me. Like I can't tell him to stop doing drugs. You know what I mean? Like him and his roommate was already in too deep. You know what I mean? Like this, I feel like since they was older than us, like it was already too late to try to school them. Like so, I just listen and like, and he feel like he should be letting it, like getting a lot off when he's talking to me. Like, damn, man, like you would see it in his body language. Like, man, like. I used to be like, damn, bro, like, man, that drug got you by the balls. Like, man, it's sad, but like, I used to be like, man, you gotta fight it. I was like, so what you gonna do when you get out? You know what I mean? Like, what's the plan when you get out? He was like, I'm going to work for my dad. I already got a position. You know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm just hoping that I don't blow it again. I was like, man, you ain't gonna blow it, man. I was like, for real, man, I ain't promoting getting high. I was like, man, but you gotta slow down though. I was like, because if you go out, I said, I smoke weed. I said, I smoke weed. I love weed. I said, but I smoke when I want to. But when I get to when I'm ready to shut it down, I'm gonna shut it all the way down. Like I'm done with it. So I was waiting till I get at the end and shut it down, and I shut it down at the end. You know what I mean? Just for I won't be really gagging on it when I come home because I know I was gonna be on probation, and I definitely not going back to weed I'm going back to prison for smoking weed. So I was definitely done with it then. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm telling him like, look, at least slow down on it because if you slow down on it, like it's not gonna be like as bad when you get out. Like you probably still want it. I was like, but you gotta be careful who you're around. I said, you around a woman or a dude, like dudes that get high. I was like, man, I'm telling you, like, if you go out partying with them, you definitely gonna get high. I said, you gotta kind of limit it, the things you were doing and like try to change it from when this time you come home, you don't do these things. I said, you gotta stop kind of a little bit now. I said, if you gonna get high every now and then. I said, for real, you got like, what, 4 or 5 months left, 6 months? I said, man, look, just slow it down. That's all I told him. He was like, man, you're right, man. I'm gonna try, man. Did he slow it down? No, he didn't slow it down, man. And how I know he didn't slow it down? Because the man came in the cell one day and was like, yo, look, man, can I get the cell real quick? I was in there. I just got out of the shower and working out. I'm about to slide in a minute anyway, so I was just in there trying to just cool off for a minute, chilling. And he came in, was like, can you get the cell? I'm like, yeah, I thought he had to use the bathroom, so I slid. You know what I mean? I go downstairs and I'm at an angle where I can watch myself. So boom, he did put the cut up like he using the bathroom. But when he come back out, he zombied out. When the doors pop, he zombie out. His eyes look like pinballs. I'm like, man, go back in the cell, man. He was like, what? I was like, man, you high as a bitch. He was like, yeah, I know, man. Dude gave me a good deal. He whipped out on me. I was like, damn. That shit probably about a grizzly. That's my wish on the whole ground. That's my word. I'm like, God damn. He was like, yeah, dude gave me a deal, man. Had to jump on it, man. He was like, can you get me on the phone? I'm like, yeah, I got you, man. If anybody using it now, boom, got him on the phone. We took care of his business. He paid dude. Went back in the cell. He went back in the cell and he continued getting high. Man. This shit was crazy, but he threw me off with this one right here, y'all. Out of nowhere, we in the cell. So we chilling, you know what I mean? So I ended up dozing off, you know what I mean? So I didn't come out on this night wreck. This is the last wreck that we come out for. I doze off, but I'm usually getting up to go call my wife again, you know what I mean? For one more time for the road. One more time for the road, baby. I always go use the phone one more time for the road. But this time I said I was gonna chill. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm probably taking a nap. So I ended up taking a nap. So boom, while I'm trying to take a nap, his homeboy come to the door. So he didn't go out either. So his homeboy, yo, look, come out. So he like, all right. He get his homeboy get the dope pop. So I'm still in the jump, but they don't know if I'm asleep or not. You know what I mean? Because we ain't really talked through the count. You know what I mean? So I'm behind the cut, and he step out, but he's on the railing. You know what I mean? So Greensville don't have no windows on their doors. You know what I mean? Like you can just put your whole hand through the door. Like is weird as hell. Like every other prison I've been to is a window on that door, right? On your door. You know what I mean? So boom. I can kind of hear what they talk about. Like the white dude, like, yeah, look, I got it for you, man. You know what I mean? Excuse me. He was like, I got it for you, man. You know, it's gonna take probably, you know, like just take your time. Like he giving them instructions about something, but I heard him say, I got it for you, boom, 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 boom. So I guess I threw it off by not leaving the room like I usually do. You know what I mean? I guess they probably was stuck in a position like, damn, he didn't leave the room. You know what I mean? I think Pooh's still in the room. So I'm like, what the hell going on? So boom, I was like, man, I get up. Probably when it was almost time to lock down to get some ice. That's when he make his move. So he probably was thinking I was asleep the whole time. So he go make his move. He go holler at the dude. You know what I mean? He come back in the room. I'm getting the ice. I see the whole thing. I'm looking up at the cell. He come out the cell, go to dude's cell. He come back into the cell. The dude go inside cell, his homeboy, and then the dude leave. So boom, lockdown for the rest of the night. I come in the jump. I'm like, hey, look, man. What the hell you got going on, man? what is all this? He like, nah. He was like, look, man, don't be mad. He was like, man, but look, man. He said, this is what I used to do on the street. He was like, for real, like, if I was in the cell with somebody else, I probably would be doing this. And he was like, I bought this, man. He was like, it took a lot of money and a lot of connections, but I ended up finding and buy this. He pulled out a junk. It was in a pack. It was in a package like this big. But as I'm looking at it, I can see it's a needle. You know what I mean? It's a needle. It's a couple different syringes, but it's a needle. It's like 2 needles. I'm like, what you about to do with that? He like, shh. He's like, I'm about to bang it, man. I'm like, bang it. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I was like, look, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. So we wound the tape for a second, y'all. Probably like I told y'all, dudes was going out. Dudes been going out. You know what I mean? Over that spice stuff in Greensville. So that's been happening. Now, have I been hearing about dudes going out on dope? I think once or twice. I think I did hear a dude. I think I did hear about a dude going out on dope. But my homeboy that moved, who was in the cell with his homeboy, my homeboy Pooh from Chesapeake, he's telling me about it one time. Like this is randomly, like this was just out of the blue. He was just telling me like, yeah, a dude in the other building, this one building I was in, his roommate OD'd. And when his roommate OD'd, they locked both of them up and they charge dude with the joint. You know what I mean? And because the dude died, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what? I'm like, man, get out. He's like, man, I'm telling you, ask anybody. He was like, yo, they hit dude. I'm like, how can they hit his son? He was like, bro, I'm just telling you. So I still got this in my mind because I'm telling y'all, like, there's nothing in this world that's going to blow my chances of getting out after doing 16 years and going back home to my wife. I'm not going to blow that for nobody. So like when he's telling me this, like, that jump was like, it was like I saw the words coming out of his mouth and it's like I just saw my head go, like, get this shit out of here. So I'm like, look, man. I said, listen, man, I'm about to go home in March, bro. I was like, look, I don't give a damn what you do, to be honest, man. I was like, at the same time, that all that shit right there, I said, man, I'm telling you, man, be careful with that, man. You don't want to do that. I was like, for real, man, I don't really feel comfortable with you doing that in the room. You know what I mean? I said, but you a grown ass man, for real. I can't tell you what to do, man. You know what I mean? But I was like, at the same time, man, that's your stuff. I'm letting you know now. That's your stuff. Don't put me in no predicament where I'm involved in none of this stuff because I don't want to be involved in none of this, man. I was like, you're going crazy right now. I said, right now, you about to bang the dope? I was like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you about to bang? Come on, we in penitentiary. Not saying dudes don't do that in penitentiary, but for one, you weren't supposed to have a needle in penitentiary. You know what I mean? That was the first time out my whole bid. Everybody that I used to sell dope to, or people I knew used to sell dope in Lawrenceville, Sussex, they never was banging. Why? Because there was no needles available. I don't know how he pulled this off. You know what I mean? I don't know how he pulled this off. And I'm not saying dudes can't pull this off, but I never seen it. And I was around several dudes that sold drugs, and I sold a lot of drugs. This man had the whole syringe kit, the whole needle kit. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, listen, that's yours. I don't want no parts of it, man. I'm telling you, man, don't put me in no predicament where is you know what I mean? When they trying to bag me for some crazy stuff that you done created. I was like, I'm chilling, I'm minding my business. I'm trying to go home, bro. Like, so just be careful with that shit. Cause I'm telling you, like, if you do that petty ass shit, that shit on you, bro. So I just snapped kind of like, he never seen that side of me. Like I told y'all, I wasn't gonna let nothing, man. Like, nothing. I done came this far. God done removed me from Lawrenceville. God knows what would happen if he did. You know what I mean? All type of stuff going on in Lawrenceville, especially at my end of the bid, the end of my bid. You know what I mean? gave me my wife back, my ex-girlfriend, the only girl I ever loved, like the only person the last person I was with when I left the street. Why would I want to blow this? How can I explain to her, man, I done I gotta do 10 more months, 12 more months, 2 more years. How the hell am I gonna explain that? I'm gonna look like the biggest bozo in America. Somebody that made it to the finish line, but tripped right before he went over. That was out. That was out, man. So him bringing all that stuff in the sale was a no-go. That shit was a no-go, man. But I didn't go as hard as I should have as far as telling him not to really have that, man. So boom. One day, y'all, you know what I mean? One day I come in the sale. It's the count time right before we come out again for the last joint. So boom, I come in the jump and he was already high. You know what I mean? He never let me see him doing that stuff. He was running it smooth. His man didn't do it. As crazy as his man was, his homeboy that was in the cell, my man, he didn't do that shit. He didn't bang. He didn't do no banging. My roommate was on a whole new level. So he never let me see him doing it. So I come in the cell for that count time. When I come in the cell, he already done something. He hires a bitch. So I come in there, you know what I mean? He on the top bunk, I see him, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, man. He was like, dang, he sit up and shit. He like, yeah, man, that shit was good as a bitch. He was like, that junk was good. He was like, that junk was good as, I was like, for real, you high like that? He was like, man, I'm high as hell. He was like, yeah. He was like, I done half of it. He said, he whipped the paper out, because they put the stuff in like magazine paper. That's how I usually look. But you got some good waxy paper. That's why dudes in penitentiary use magazine paper, because it's waxy, and that's where you can put dope in. So he whipped out. He was like, I did half of the jump. He was like, I'm gonna do half when they count. The other half, the rest of it when they count. So I'm looking at what he's showing me. This looked like that one jump he showed me that time when I told y'all looked like a whole grizzly. I'm like, you did half of that in one joint? He like, yeah. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo. I'm like, damn, man. That's all I can say. I ain't even gonna lie, man. The man grown, y'all. What y'all wanted me to do, man? Put it in the comments, like, for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really didn't know what to do, man. Like, I could have tried to kick them out my cell or anything like that, but I just felt like I wasn't responsible for nobody in there but my damn self. That's how I was feeling. So he showed me all that damn dope. I'm like, damn, all that's a lot of stuff. So they count, you know what I mean? He on the top rack, you know what I mean? Boom. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he did half of it. I don't know if he did majority all of it. Boom, he do it. All I know is when we came out, boom, we came out for that last count. He was high as hell. He didn't even come out. He didn't even come out for none of that. He never really came out anyway on that rec. Because the rec is only like an hour. I think we come out again at 10 and lock down at 11:30. So it might be an hour and a half, something like that. I can't remember, but he never came out. So the man was litty. He was super litty. I'm talking about he was lit in there, y'all. He was smacked, litty, punished, however you want to put it. Like, I saw it in him. He was just in the bed, just feel like, he just looked like he was on cloud nine. Like, the way he was laying on his pillow, he just was like, he looked like he just wanted to bust out smiling. I'm like, damn, he has a bitch. I go out, use the phone. Boom. I come back in, he chilling, everything normal. Everything normal. You know what I mean? We talk, he come down, smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean? Like I say, I don't know if he did all of it and had some more left. So boom. He's on the bed, he back chilling, you know what I mean? So the night go, boom. So I'm asleep one night, y'all. I'm knocked out. You know what I mean? So when it's time to wake up in the morning, they'll come through and count. Now, for real, this would have never happened if I would have never been put in this position if people do count like they're supposed to, because the way you're supposed to do a count if you're a correctional officer. And I only know this because just by me seeing this, and this is one of the reasons why they have to be right when they do this count. If you're doing a count, these are the people that's switching shifts. They're coming to do that count, that first count in the morning time before doors pop for breakfast in school. So boom, they come through and do the count. But Greensville's so sweet, like they just see people in their bed, like they just gonna walk by, like on Sussex. They gonna walk by, boom, 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 boom. You in your bed, get your ass up. They want to see you on your feet, your legs, arms moving. They don't care if you mad. They just want to see if you moving. You know what I mean? So Greensville was just so sweet. They just walk by and count. It's two of us in there. You know what I mean? They just walk by and count. So boom. When the doors usually pop in the morning, it depends. Like I said, it depends what they got. Like they had pancakes or something like that. I might go to breakfast, but the Greensville food was some garbino. Ask anybody. That shit was garbino. They had some shit called meat rock, goddamn it. I ain't never seen no shit like that. That's just supposed to be a hamburger. That shit called meat rock. Thank God I ain't gotta eat that. Probably what they having for breakfast, I might get up. But this particular time, I didn't get up. So boom, they'll pop the doors. Our pod isn't on standby for child yet anyway. So if your pod is not on standby for child, they'll just pop the doors. Boom. So they pop the doors. So when they pop the doors, you know what I mean? That's what woke me up. The doors popped because they'll pop all the doors because that's in pod rec. So you can either come out, you can wait for breakfast. Usually you go out there. Some dudes will scraggle out later on because they know breakfast will be coming up soon. So you know what I mean? I forgot what it was. The door, I heard the door open. That's what woke me up. So I'm asleep. I'm asleep, y'all. And I hear the door open up. I wake up. Now I'm up. So I'm kind of up, but I'm still in the bed and I hear something like a snore. Like I swore that's what I heard. I don't know what it was. It could have been that, but I heard something. So I just was like, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm just like, yo, I call him, yo, because that's what it started sounding like. I think it was like a snore. So I hit his bed, boom, boom, boom. Not a hard jump. I was like, yo. And ain't no nothing. So I said, I got up on the bed. I looked. Man, dude was on the bed. Dude was on the bed like this, y'all. I'm like, so when I see him, I'm like, yo, I'm calling his name. I'm like, yo, I'm shaking him. Yo. Man, ain't moving. I'm like, I try to check. I might have been on the wrong side. I don't know what was going on. I might have been checking the wrong side. I was like, I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing. I'm like, yo. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't, no, don't wake up, please. All I'm thinking about in my head is what the dude who told me about how his roommate, how the hell I'm gonna explain this? How I'm gonna explain this to my people so I done got tangled up in some shit like this. I'm like, oh my God, because reality's hitting me. I'm really seeing that this dude might be dead. I'm thinking he's dead. I'm not even thinking about no OD or none of that shit. So boom, I thought fast, y'all. I saved his damn life. I thought fast. I said, look, I said, boom. I go to the door. I see the dude, Doc. That's the dude I told y'all about the phone story, the old dude that he is one of the lifers. He been in there for a minute. He run classes in there. I'm on the phone line with him. We rock the phones together. Me and him cool as hell. So he got major clout in that joint. So I spot him. He's on the phone early in the morning. I said, Doc. I wasn't trying to sound like this. Doc. He on the phone. He like, I'm like, please, come here. He was like, told his people to call him back. Boom, he got on the phone for me. He come up the steps. I said, man, look at this shit, man. He looked. He was like, is he dead? I was like, man, I don't know, man. He was like, man, I'm about to tell the people. I was like, man, fuck it, tell the people. That man went downstairs. Probably like 2 minutes later, all you hear is, the police know it's the back door from up top open. We on the top tier. They coming with the stretcher. Boom, they come in and jump. Boom, they coming down the tier. Now everybody waking up, seeing what's going on. They come in my jump. I step. They like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I woke up and found him like this. I was asleep. They was like, you woke up and found him like this? I'm like, yeah, I woke up and found him like this. I was asleep. I woke up. The man looked like he was dead. I don't know what's going on. Then he was like, watch out. Boom. They get him. I had to help them put him on a stretcher. Boom. They put him on a stretcher. They leave. That's word. They leave, man. I was like, oh, that's why shit crazy. I was like, man, what the hell? I had to think fast, y'all. And for real, I've been gone a minute, so I can say it because I had to think fast, which I didn't have nothing to do with this anyway. But soon as they took him, they just left. The police left. Everybody left. The lady closed my door. Boom. They said, lock down. Matter of fact, they locked everybody down. Boom. Put me in my cell. Boom. She closed the door. As soon as I heard that back door, boom. I had to move fast, y'all. Y'all know what I did. I moved in action quick. I got up, jumped on, looked up, grabbed, sat on, put my foot on the bench, climbed up, looked on his box. I saw the needle. I grabbed a piece of tissue. I grabbed a needle. I see the junk. He used that junk. He had a rubber junk there. I don't know where he get this from. He got grab the other needle, looked again. Seen the magazine paper. I didn't give a damn what was in that shit. I grabbed that. I threw that shit in the toilet, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I threw that shit in the toilet. And for real, y'all can ask anybody or any penitentiary toilet in Virginia. I don't know about any other spots. The toilets suck. Pause. Them jumps take anything. I flushed all that shit down the toilet, y'all. All that shit went down the toilet. That's my word. I put all that shit down the toilet. Goddamn, they called me to the office. The lady was like, they had to take him in the helicopter. They had to take him to the hospital in the helicopter. Like they had to airlift him to the hospital. They don't know if he gonna make it. They said they don't know how long his heart done stopped. They don't know nothing. So she was like, what happened? Now this is the investigator talking to me. I'm like, I don't know what happened. So the lieutenant coming there, he's like, nah, you know what happened. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing, man. They like, wait right here. Boom. They keep me. They go back to the pod. They go look in our cell. They like, damn. They know for a fact this dude that OD, where the hell is the needle at? Where the hell is the syringe? Like, where is this tools? Where is the drug? Like, they know, they done seen dudes go out. They know, so they like, where is it? So the lady come back. Matter of fact, was it a lady or dude? I'm thinking it was a lady. The lady come back and was like, look, we know he OD'd. You know what I mean? Like, if you're his roommate, you know he was getting high. I said, I didn't know nothing. I said, I'm going home and watch. I don't know nothing. So let's start there. I don't know nothing. She was like, well, somebody knows something because we know he OD'd and we go in there and we can see the track marks on his arm when we was taking him on the stretcher and where's the needle? I was like, I don't know what he did with the needle. I woke up and found the man the way he was. On the low, y'all, I'm shaking in my damn boots. I'm shaking in my damn boots. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I'm like, yo, I didn't do nothing. I don't know nothing. They shook the cell down. She had a look in her face like I'll be like she knew something was up, but I just beat him to the point. I got rid of that shit. You're not putting me with nothing. I don't want no fingerprint. I don't know. That shit is in the sewer. Go find that shit in the sewer. That's where it's at now. So boom. They come back later and say, man, when they got on the helicopter, they hit him with that shot, and they said that shit woke him up. But it was like if you didn't fight, if you wouldn't have like if you would have continued sleeping, he would have died in there. You know what I mean? So they was like, you know what I mean? As of right now, you in the clear. So I'm like, damn. Oh shit. I can't fumble on the release date, y'all. I can't fumble, man. I cannot fumble, man. So I just started thinking like that was like some crazy stuff that he put me in, man. Like I should have told him to leave. That was halfly my fault. I should have told him to do this. I should have told him to do that, man. I shouldn't let that man stay in there and get high. But it's not my responsibility. But at the same time, I told him, do not put me in nothing, man. You ain't here taking all this dope. You have ODs for taking all this stuff. You wildin', man. What was you thinking? You almost got me tangled up in some stuff, and I'd have been looking stupid at my peoples after doing 16 years. You ain't here on a 3-year bid and almost tricked my little stuff up. I'm like, man, that was messed up. That's how I was looking at it, like it was messed up, man. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you let crazy thoughts get in your mind. Like, even when you about to go home, like, sometimes crazy thoughts just cloud my mind. And it was a crazy thought of mine to be like, that was messed up what he did. But I felt like it was messed up. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, like, boom, it took like the first week. They don't come get his stuff. His stuff just sitting there for the first week. You know what I mean? Through that first week, somebody come. Pull up on me like, yo, look. I know somebody trying to buy that TV for $150, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, matter of fact, he was like, you ain't even gotta, you know what I mean? Take the TV, you know what I mean? He's like, no, you ain't into that. You ain't gotta do none of that. He was like, but just give him a bad TV. He was like, I'll put his name on it like it's his TV, and we give him the TV that don't work. You know what I mean? He was like, he put you in that predicament. I was like, nah. I was like, they gonna come get his stuff, man. They gonna come get it. They was treating this man like he was dead. They didn't come get his stuff, so the second week rolled around. You know what I mean? That's when the crazy thoughts came in my head, y'all. Something said, man, they don't come on the third week, man. You know what I mean? Third week come. They don't come. I was like, man, I told bro, what's up? You still, he hollered at dude still wanted, boom. We ran the switcheroo. Lord forgive me. We ran the switcheroo, y'all. I was petty. That was petty. I know what y'all gonna say. That was petty to say after dude OD. But he messed up. Why he put me in that predicament? I should have told him leave. But at the same time, bro, you OD'd almost got me tricked up, bro. We ran the switcheroo on him, man. I got the $150, man. F the $150 off. Did what I did. You know what I mean? They finally come get his stuff. After they come get his stuff like a week later, I think he was on another compound. A lady come to the door, was like, yo, your roommate said the TV wasn't working. There's something happened to the house. I didn't touch his TV. I didn't touch his TV, y'all. But, man, that's how the story ended, y'all. The man survived, you know what I mean? He made it through. I saved his life. I was petty at the end. I understand, man. But the whole moral of the story is this, man. If you're somebody out there dealing with drug abuse, man, you come to prison, man. It don't get better in prison, man, because it's just as much drugs in prison. When you come to prison, you're gonna see just as much drugs as it was on the street. And it's gonna be easier to get in prison than it was on the street. You're not gonna have to put your life on the line and deal with the police all the time. dudes that really get high in there, black dudes, white dudes, whoever, they get high comfortable in penitentiary because it's not like the street. So if you're dealing with drug abuse and you're on your way to prison, man, like just like pump y'all brakes, because now that fentanyl rolling around, you don't want to deal with any of that stuff, man. That stuff making dudes go out, man. They had to take my roommate to a hospital in the helicopter. That man only had to take it in a helicopter, man. So I encourage everybody, man, just to stay out of prison, not to go through these situations. You don't have to. Leave that stuff alone, man. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Like I told y'all, man. Thank everybody for like, sharing, and subscribing like y'all about to do. Turn me up, y'all. Let's get them likes going. Let's keep them going. Let's keep the subscribers going. Let's keep rocking. That's what we got to do, man. Keep turning me up. Turn it up, man. And make sure y'all stay out the way out there, man. It's the weekend. You know I had to throw y'all a banger, man. Let's get it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.